Welcome to another episode of the Movie Brothers. I'm Ant. This is Kev. What's up, Kev?
What's happening?
How are you, sir?
I'm doing very well. How are you, sir?
I'm doing wonderful, thank you. You see how I put that corporate Negro?
We don't know what the brothers are doing these days. You know.
Hey,
they're very colorful people.
hello to you guys. We hope you guys are doing well. Thank you for joining the show. We are reviewing the film Ant-Man for you today. It's rated PG-13, has a runtime of 1 hour and 57 minutes. Action sci-fi flick. Kev, can I sue these guys? Can I sue Marvel for using my name, man? Do I have a case with Judge Joe Brown?
I don't think you have a case unless you can shrink yourself down to microscopic proportions. Mm-hmm. And at that point, I don't think your wife would be too happy with you.
Yeah. I think you're right. And I'm going to drop my case at that, and we'll continue with the show.
Probably for the best.
Okay. In this film, conman Scott Lang gets tapped by Dr. Hank Pym to wear his superhuman suit and go on a heroic mission.
This movie was directed by Peyton Reed, who brought us Yes Man, starring Jim Carrey. He brought us Bring It On, the Kirsten Dunst vehicle. He also brought us The Breakup, starring Vince Vaughn and Jennifer Aniston.
Yes.
This film stars Paul Rudd, Michael Douglas, Evangeline Lilly, Corey Stoll, and some other characters pop up, that we'll talk about a little bit later on. You ready to chop this up, son?
Let's do it, man.
All right. What can I say, Ant? Marvel Studios, Disney, they continue to roll, man. I went into this film with very little context. I mean, I'm a comic book geek. You know that.
Yeah.
All right. I love me some comic books. Mm-hmm. But Ant-Man has never been high on my list of comic book heroes, okay? He was always kind of a spare, side, ancillary character that, I questioned whether or not he even deserved to have his own film.
Rightfully so.
Okay. But I got to say, the answer to that question is, heck yes, okay? He really does. This movie was a blast, credited not only to Peyton Reed as the director, the acting, but also to Edgar Wright, the writer-director, who worked on this film tirelessly for like 10 years to try to bring it to the silver screen. He started trying to develop Ant-Man before Marvel Studios even became, a thing. So, credit goes to all of them for bringing this to the big screen.
Yeah, now you know how I am about these films, Kev. I'm like comic book, schmomic book. They just keep coming and coming. I'm like, oh my gosh. But
keep it rolling.
I have to give credit where credit is due, and this film was done very well. It's a solid project that we get, y'all. And all in all, it's just a fun ride. It's a fun ride.
Absolutely. And credit needs to go to Marvel for the casting of this film. I mean, the cast of this film is incredible.
Impressive. It's impressive.
From Paul Rudd to Michael Douglas all the way down to Michael Pena and T.I., the casting of this film works 150%.
Yeah. You got Michael Douglas playing Dr. Hank Pym. He's just the glue in this film, man. I mean, I don't have to say anything else about Michael Douglas. We know he's a rock star, and he does his thing in this film. Michael Pena, funny as heck. He's got some of the funniest scenes in the film. T.I., $1 million question, Kev. Can T.I. act? Okay, we always get that thing bubbling up, the debate about rappers acting and all of that kind of stuff.
$1 million.
Maybe that's what he got paid. I don't know. We'll see. But I would say I think T.I. can act. Okay, I think he has great comedic timing in this film. Could I ever see him as a dramatic actor? I don't know about that, but I think he definitely has a future on the big screen, and we've seen him grow, and it's good. Now, the thing I would add about him, acting on the big screen is, will we be able to see him play something other than a criminal or a thug?
That remains to be seen. I mean, T.I. is very likable in this film. I see him as a great comedic actor. I don't know that I see him ever really going into dramatic work, even though he did take on a dramatic movie in, what was that?
American Hustle.
American Hustle with Denzel.
Which was awful. But that was his first one, and he's come a long way since then.
He was also in Takers with Idris Elba, and I thought he was pretty good in that.
He was.
So, so I think T.I. has a place in this industry, and I would like to see him in more films. But let's make no mistake about it. This is Paul Rudd's movie, okay, from beginning to end.
Yeah.
Paul Rudd as Scott Lang basically does a great job. He's an everyman type of hero. He's you and me. Okay, down on his luck, having gone through some hard times. He doesn't seek heroic acts. He doesn't want to be the hero, but he just kind of falls into that particular space. So I thought that was pretty good. Let's talk about the direction for a little bit here. Peyton Reed, who knew?
Yeah. Right.
From Bring It On to Ant-Man, I really never saw this coming. But Marvel did, and to their credit, they did a great job of hiring a director who brought something special or different to it. Now, there are those who are going to debate about how much of this film was Peyton Reed, how much of this film was
Edgar Wright.
Edgar Wright. Okay, Edgar Wright worked tirelessly to bring this thing to the silver screen. He's still credited for the screenplay for this, or at least for half of it. And there's a lot of Edgar Wright in this movie. You can see it if you've ever seen Edgar Wright's films, such as The World's End,
Shaun of the Dead.
Shaun of the Dead. You know exactly what I'm talking about. I'm having a hard time, in my old age today. Y'all see the spectacles.
The Professor.
But the bottom line is that it all works out very well, and it congeals into a very solid picture.
Yeah, now whoever gets the credit behind the scenes, I guess I really don't care. But it's a solid pick, all right? So, between those two guys, they did something right. And, everything, even down to the special effects, kid,
Right.
which, I can be a real stickler about that. But a perfect balance.
Just that.
What? Just a stickler? Oh, just about the
Nothing.
special? Oh, everything. Oh, see how you hit me in the stomach? I didn't even know. Just that quick. He punched me in the gut. But great special effects, perfect balance of the CGI with the live action, worked very nicely.
Yes. Do you need to be a comic book aficionado to enjoy or appreciate this film, man?
Absolutely not. I am the opposite of Kev, when it comes to knowing the ins and outs of the comic book, the history and all of the different characters and whatnot. And I was able to jump right in and pick up where this film starts. And all in all, this film has something for everybody. I'd say something for the whole family. Ant-Man, again, at least for me, I struggle. It's like, man, do I want to hear a story about Ant-Man? And the way this picture's done, you do. Okay,
Right.
Now is he going to be the first pick on your team in terms of a comic book superhero that you want? Maybe not, but on my team, he's going to make it. He's going to make the cut. I would want him on my team, no doubt.
And this film goes to certain lengths to show you how much he deserves to make your cut. There's a pretty fun scene where Ant-Man has to break into an Avengers facility for something, and he comes across Falcon from the Captain America
Anthony
film.
Mackie.
Anthony Mackie, and they kind of have a showdown, which is very funny, very well done. But it also shows you, it goes to show you that Ant-Man definitely does have some skills, okay? And he's deserving of being considered a hero as well. I like the fact that no cities were decimated in this film.
Yes, thank you, man.
Go ahead.
No, if we don't see another city destroyed in any more films for the rest of the year, that is A-okay with me. I'm serious, man.
This film exists on a smaller scale, a much more intimate scale, commensurate with the size of the characters, obviously. But it does a great job of pulling you in, making it accessible to you, and, just inviting you to have fun.
Yeah. What do you say, Kev? Can we throw some points on this thing, man?
Yeah, let's go ahead and throw some points on it. You gonna start?
Yeah, it's short and sweet. Hey, for me, this film is cotton balls and whipped cream.
Cotton balls and whipped cream.
Like, what kind of freaky stuff you into?
Yeah,
no, but what
it's very soft.
What I mean by that, hey, it is light and safe and just easy going. Again, this is something for the whole family. I think everybody can walk away with something out of this film. I give it a 7 out of 10.
Okay.
Yeah.
This movie was a lot of fun. I had a blast in it. My kids had a blast in it. They really enjoyed it. I think you will, and your little ones will too. It is safe. Okay. Take your family. If you want something for the kids to do, drop them off. You go do something else. You can feel very good about the fact that they are in good hands. This film is that much fun. If you want tie-ins to the Marvel Cinematic Universe, they are there. Okay. this film does basically fit into the menagerie of all the other Marvel films that have come out before, and they keep that mythology rolling. We see Falcon show up in the movie. If you stay for 2 post-credit sequences, which Marvel has become known for, you will get one that shows where Evangeline Lilly's character is going with the Wasp, okay, which is another another hero, as well as you'll see some other attachments to Captain America Civil War. Another film that's coming out pretty soon. So great, I loved it all. I give this movie an 8 out of 10.
Okay, all right. You got a 7 from me, an 8 from Kev. You guys decide. That's our show for you today. Be sure to like us on Facebook.
Or you can follow us on Twitter at The Movie Brothers.
Yep, and be sure to subscribe to this channel, okay? We appreciate all of you, all of our subscribers. We see you out there. You comment. We comment back. You know we do that. Love the dialogue. Keep it coming. We are The Movie Brothers.
Yes.
I'm Ant. This is Kev. This is the place, the one and only place where we bring you nothing but the real on the real. Ace.